What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Anteiku Nation, my home, your home, for all things gaming and all things Cardfight Vanguard Zero. And today, guys, I want to take a look at the meta. I want to take a look at what I am dubbing it as the Exodia meta. Now, before we begin, guys, hit that like button if you like this video, smash that subscribe button, and click the bell so that you can be notified each and every time that I upload a brand new video. And with all that being said, guys, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so here we go. This is going to be my analysis of set 4 so far, okay? And yes, as in the thumbnail and in my intro, I did describe this as my dub of Exodia. And you're like, Anteiku, what are you talking about? This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, you all know that feeling as you just viewed of when all 5 pieces come together and all of a sudden everything just falls apart. The winning image happens for the opponent and you just die. Now, you may not always just die, okay? You may not always just die in Vanguard, okay? Because whether Dope goes off, whether or not Majesty Lord goes off, or whether or not Phantom Blaster Dragon goes off, you still can win the match, okay? It's not all or nothing, okay? You're not just going to immediately die. But anyway, guys, I want to touch on this a bit, okay? Because going into set 4, I didn't think about this. I didn't think about this until after the set hit, and I started playing the meta. I started playing the new decks. And I started thinking about it a little bit. I'm like, you know what? All these new cards, and I want to say that before we get that far, Perfect Razor kind of set the bar for this, okay? Although at the time, not even just Perfect Razor. Perfect Razor wasn't the only one that did this. Actually, you can kind of look at Dimensional Police too, because they all need some other resource, okay? You can't just play the one main grade 3 and be like, okay, I'm going to do the thing, and it's all coming from this one card. This one card is going to do all the things that I wanted to do. No, it does not work that way. Let's take a look real quick, guys, okay? Let's look at Perfect Deity real quick just for this instance, okay? Because what we're going to look at real quick, okay, Perfect Razor. During your turn, this unit gets plus 3,000 for each razor in your soul. If your soul has 4 more razors in it, it gets a crit. Exodia, okay, here's the Exodia reference. This is why I'm comparing this, okay? This one card needs other cards to do what it does, to get the winning image off, to threaten you. And it's not just Perfect Razor. You need the razors in the soul. You're going to have to, if you don't have all the razors in the soul, you're going to suck other razors into the soul so that this dude can do what he wants to do, okay? Now, let's take another look, okay? Let's back this up 1 second. Let's look at Dragon Overlord to end, okay? One of my favorite cards in the game. At least for Kagero, anyway, okay? When this unit attacks, hits, you may CB2 Persona Blast to stand it and draw a card, okay? It needs a copy of itself, okay? The investment's not so hard because you're like, you only need 1 copy of it and you're talking about Exodia, you need 5 pieces. Well, okay, let's think about this for a second, guys. You need your Gojos. You need your Airmos. You need draw triggers. You need resources to dig for this guy because he's not just going to magically be all copies in your hand so that you can just go wombo combo on him. You need other pieces. And there's my Exodia reference. Another card in this game that needs other resources, outside resources to do what it does, okay? So, not only that, you also, you can use Conroe to fetch, like, your Airmo, for instance, because, if you don't want to fetch your PGs, which I've seen people do, they always now go for the PG. They may go for Gojo. They may go for Heat Nail. They may go for Airmo. It depends, okay? Because Airmo is just like, when the attack this unit boosted hits, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, you draw a card. So again, you're filtering through the deck, but you need it in order to fetch those pieces. So you got a lot of other cards doing things so that you can have the pieces of Exodia Dote to do what it does, okay? And I mean, that's why I reference this so much, okay? Let's look at Majesty Lord for a second, guys, okay? Another deck that requires a lot of pieces, a lot of synergy, okay? Because in order to get Majesty Lord off, it has to have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark in the soul. It has to have Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark on the field to suck up so that you can actually gain the ability to get the 10k and the crit during that battle. But once that's done, he's sending 12k and a crit, for the remainder of the game. And that's awesome. That's awesome. But point is, this unit alone, Majesty Lord, without everything else, he doesn't do anything. He's a 10k vanilla Vanguard, rear guard. He's not doing much. But to get that winning image, to accomplish what this card says out to do, you need other pieces. Okay, because you can't just throw it down and be like, I'm doing the thing, because it doesn't work that way. You need other pieces to make Exodia, the forbidden one, or in this case, Majesty Lord Blaster. Okay, now let's go one step further, guys. Let's look at it, because not only are we dealing with Dote, not only are we dealing with Majesty Lord, we're also dealing with a new contender, the Shadow Paladins. Okay, and everybody knows how well-rounded Shadow Paladins are. Now, Shadow Paladins don't like me. They're like, nah, Anteiku, get your hands off of me. We don't play that game because you're Gold Paladin fanboy. So you go over there and play with your golds while, the big boys go and play with the shadows. And I'm cool with that. I tip my hat to all the Shadow Paladin players because this deck hates me. But anyway, I'm digressing. Let's look at this. Phantom Blaster Overlord. Okay. You can cross-ride it, of course. It gets 13k base. But also, when this unit attacks you, makes Persona Blast. So you need a copy of them to ditch to get the 10k and a crit. All right, but then you also need a CB2 and to retire one of your rear guards to retire one of theirs. So therefore, you still need something else. He's not going to do it all on his own. And there's where my Exodia mentality came into this format. That I'm like, all these cards, they do the things that they do, but they need a lot of resources. They need other resources to do what they do. And I don't know how I feel about that. I have played this game since the beginning, so no, I knew this. I knew this going into set 4, but it just did not dawn upon me how this set actually plays, how these cards actually play, the resources that are needed. And unfortunately, it can sometimes feel like a struggle. And that's where I came to this thought process, is that, like, you look at Steel Dragon Blockade. Steel Dragon Blockade was a powerhouse card. It just did what it did. You threw it down in the Vanguard circle, and you just sat pretty, all of a sudden your opponent's interceptors can't do anything. It's like, okay. But you cannot do that with Dote. You cannot do that with Phantom Blaster. You cannot do that with Majesty Lord. You cannot do that with Perfect Razor. They need other things to make them work. Even Dimensional Police with Dayusha or with, Enigma and Storm, you need other abilities going off, other card synergies, other resources to get that winning image. The Exodia image is now what I'm dubbing it. Now, you can agree or disagree with me. That is fine. I'm not saying that this is bank, but this was just my interpretation, how I wanted to kind of approach this video and talk about set 4. Because set 4 is really strong. You've got a lot of strong decks. Dote, Majesty Lord. A lot of cards are swinging for crits now. Not only DP, but Majesty Lord, Perfect Razors, and Shadows. All swinging with crits at your face. And that makes the game a little, I don't want to call it a power creep. Because it's not necessarily a power creep, but it is more threatening. It is more scary now in Zero when you cannot guard from hand like you can in the original TCG to stop those crits from going off and just completely putting you in a bad position. And then you hope and pray to the Vanguards that be that you can hit a heal trigger. Or, hopefully you have a PG in hand. Because I'm going to tell you, when you don't have a PG and you know that attack's going to hit, you just have to tuck tail and pray that things can be turned around, because it will put you in a bad spot really, really fast. And there's just some games you do not see your perfect guards. There are some games you are not going to see a heal trigger. And that feels bad because there's nothing else you can do about it other than throwing down some grade 2s. But unfortunately, most of the time, they've got a way to get around it. Majesty Lord's got Blaster Blade. Dote's got, sometimes Berserk Dragons, or it's got, Dote's going to swing at the rear guard, and then if it goes off, it's going to swing at your Vanguard. So he's still going to do what he does. Shadows, they got ways to pop your interceptors. They got built-in retiring units. But it's not only just Phantom Blaster Dragon, guys. I mean, let's look at the original, not the Overlord, but the Phantom Blaster. Counterblast 2 and retire 3 your rear guards to get plus 10k to crit. So there you go again, guys. You need more resources, more other units, other cards to get the Exodia off, to get that winning image off. Now, granted, Shadows, they kind of work in synergy with each other. And all these decks, they do work in synergy to try and build upon that winning image. It sometimes feels a little bad that you have to have so much other resources to do what you want to do, to be able to get that winning image off. That it doesn't just come solely from the grade 3, so that the grade 3 can be like, okay, I'm here now, I'm going to do what I want to do. You just need those other pieces of Exodia. It's very interesting indeed. But going forward, guys, after this season, after we see what the meta shapes up to be, because it may be a little bit different, but for right now, obviously everybody's playing Majesty Lord, we're playing Dote, we're playing Shadows and stuff, and that's not going to go away, even going into Limit Break. Because even in Limit Break, you're still going to need other pieces. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It was a little bit of a meme because everybody knows how this feels. But I digress, guys. This was just a short quick video that I wanted to do, that I want to just touch on, that, it's kind of funny how all the new decks need stuff to accomplish their winning image, that it's just not solely the one piece. You need the 5 pieces of Exodia in a sense. I say that jokingly, in order to do what you need to do, okay? Because sometimes you just can't get those pieces, and that feels bad because things go off and the deck just doesn't go off, and you're just sitting vanilla, and that feels bad. I would like to say though that there are other cards, like if you don't play Dote, you can play Blau, and Blau's pretty good. Blau doesn't really need a whole lot. Blau just needs to counterblast and ditch 2 cards. You're obviously going to have 2 cards in your hand, and it can restand. So if you're all into restanding your Vanguard and you can't get your hands on Dote, Blau is a good backup. Blau is a good backup deck if that's the kind of strategy that you want to play. And Blau is good. Blau does not need to be played in the ride chain. You can play Blau in Razors. You can play Blau in Beast Deity. You can play Blau in just some kind of traditional old school Assure Kaiser build, because Blau is good, and Blau is pressuring. So just in case you guys want a backup idea, that's just my opinion, because I'm just going to tip my hat to Blau Kluger because it is a cool deck and I really like it, and I'm considering actually trying to see how it does in this meta. But yeah, guys, as always, please let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I'd really love to hear from you. Really like to know what you think about my opinion on the Exodia meta. Do you agree or do you disagree with me? I'm not saying it's set in stone, guys. This is just my own little fun take on set 4, because these are the big boys, guys. Shadows, Royals, Kagero. You get a little bit of Nova in there, maybe. Oracle's kind of taking a little bit of a backseat. You're not really seeing Grand Blue. People aren't really even playing Spikes right now, although there's still a lot of diehard Spike Brother players, and for good reason. But yeah, we're sitting in the 3 kings, guys. Kagero, Royal, Shadows. But who's to say? There may be an underdog deck out there somewhere that nobody's thinking about that might come out on top and prove us all wrong that they are not the kings of Vanguard right now. So, yeah, guys. Again, just leave me your thoughts, leave me your comments, get back to me. I love to reach out and talk to everybody. I like, interacting with you guys and, seeing what you think. And also, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you do like this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it entertaining, and please, guys, hit that subscribe button. It helps me help you and keep giving out awesome content and doing better for you guys. So please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, stay strong, stay healthy, and stand up, my Vanguard.